we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to the Situation Room nominations, the second mischief of the game. Your time starts now. Oh,
this is the craziest shit I've ever seen in the game.
Jess buzzes in. Congratulations, Jess. You have won the debate. Looks like Phil.
Yeah!
All right.
The battle against England. It was 1776.
The World War of 1820. The world. I don't know. Sorry.
American Revolution.
Fuck me, dude.
Did you say?
He said 1776, and then I said the War of 1812.
Get this record.
Let's
Let's go! Let's go!
Marina and Michael, you
Let's
have
go!
won the front runner.
You did that.
Oh! Are you fucking kidding me?
I quit. I quit this fucking shit on.
Save a nominee.
What game are you playing? What game are you playing right now?
When I reveal the vote, the person that has been eliminated will have a few moments to say their goodbyes, gather their belongings, and walk out of the White House.
I have to vote to evict the person who I have no relationship with. I vote to evict Madison.
And I have to make this final move because I truly feel that I have a very small chance to win, and it's only against one of these people. I know I promised you safety, Jeremy, but I have to go back on it, and I'm sorry, I'm choosing to evict you.
The person who answered this question the fastest in their production chat and is the chief of staff for this round is Kyle.
Which house would you like me to rip up, saving both nominees from elimination? Zach, you are the chief of staff for the round. Please decide amongst yourselves which house you would like me to rip up, thus saving both nominees and nullifying that house.
I am going to nullify the house of Marina.
Are you still holding them cups, Jason? Good job.
Yeah.
And that's the one. Good job.
Hey.
The correct answer is a spoon. Congratulations, Lily. You have won the debate.
Let's go. You thought you could take me out that easily?
I'm sorry, but I'm going after some big dogs today, and that's why it's going to be Noah and Chandler.
Stop.
What are you doing?
Following cups on the wall.
So how's your weekend going?
9. Suck it.
God love you and God bless you all.
No more bullshit, Eric. All right?
Say their goodbyes, gather their belongings, and walk out of the White House. By a vote of 4-2. Amanda, you are safe. Corey, your campaign has come to an end. Congratulations, Jackson. You have won the front runner.
The winner of The President Season 1 is Cody, Ronnie Talbot,
Jackson, Zach, Marina, Austin Sacco. We interrupt this program to bring you this breaking news bulletin coming to you live from the President Newsroom. It began 32 days ago when 16 of the best org players that this community can offer said that they wanted to become the 8th president of this org. We are down to the final 3, and by the end of the evening, someone will join 7 other great presidents and join an elite group of orgers that call themselves the president of this org. This is the season finale of the President House of Cards. Good evening, everybody. I'm Eric, head of the President News team. I'm here with 2 of our fantastic correspondents who've been hot on the campaign trail throughout this whole season. Please welcome Bill.
Hello, Eric. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well. Hey, that's a nice hoodie that you have there.
You know, funny that you say that. Yeah, I'm just walking through my latest internet and found it. Where, you know where I found it?
I don't know. Was it tpublic.com/user/thepresident.org?
So funny. It happened to be at that thing that you just said.
Oh, that's crazy.
But let me tell you, I'm so excited about this season finale here. It has been truly a top tier, stellar S tier season from 16th to whoever ends up first. We have a phenomenal, stellar season, and I cannot wait to see what happens because honestly, we don't know what's gonna happen.
We do not know what's going to happen, but that's the joy of politics. You never know what's going to happen. Please welcome our other correspondent who's here tonight with us. Please welcome Phil.
Oh, hey.
Hey. What is up, Phil?
I am so ready to finish the best season of The President. I'm sorry to anyone who is from the previous 7 seasons, including myself and Bill. None of them hold a candle to what we just watched over the last 32 days. And whoever wins earned it 100%.
Absolutely. When we have 3 outstanding final 3 who are here tonight, that's usually what it's called. It's the final 3. There's 3 of them. In the final 3, I think it's time. We can't delay. We have to introduce everyone who's going to be the final 3 of this game. Shall we do it?
Bring them in.
It's time to meet the final 3 of the President House of Cards. Oh, I like that even better. Please welcome first off, Wheeze. Hello. Ready to rock and roll?
One of those things, yes.
Excellent. Please welcome Jennifer. Hello, how are you doing, Jennifer?
I'm here.
Oh, fantastic. And last but not least, Michaela. Hello. Welcome, all 3 of you. You have made it to the final 3 of the President House of Cards. I know that there is a lot of excitement in the air. I know you're feeling it. So I just want to hear from you before we officially get started, just to kind of get things rolling. What would winning this game? What would winning this game? My brain's not working. What would winning this game mean to all of you? And doesn't matter who starts first. I'd love to hear from all 3 of you.
Everybody looks at each other. I'll go. Yeah,
Okay,
it would mean a lot. I mean, we all put a lot of work in, absolutely. And getting the chance to, not just sit in those final 2 seats and plead your case, but to actually win, to have the rest of the Electoral College believe that you also deserve it, I can only imagine the feeling.
Awesome. Jennifer, Michaela?
For me, it would just be really poetic, just knowing that every single round, I'm pretty sure I sit in my prod chat every round. This is my last round. I'm going home this time. So it would be really poetic to go from thinking that every single round that I was going to be out to winning the game. I never imagined.
Awesome. Michaela?
Yeah, I feel like it would just be a euphoric feeling. And especially, after all the game we played, it's just nice after a month of work to know that that work paid off.
Absolutely. Well, I'll say this before we get rolling, just to get the excitement building a little bit. Well, already tonight, all 3 of you have made history because for the first time in a long time, we will not have a Frank Underwood as our president of this org. You have all made this a great season in that regard, which is always fun. And the game is not even done yet because we still have Final 3 and the season finale. Shall we get into it? Take a deep breath.
Let's go.
In with the good, out with the bad. Let's do it. I want to catch up our viewers on what has happened. Also, for the Final 3, so you are aware, the Electoral College is watching tonight. So they're watching this final part play out. Yes, Marina, our 5th president of this org. Hello, Marina. So let's catch up on where we left off. Where we left off, JG was voted out in 4th place. We then had part 1 of our 3-part frontrunner, which was the classic finger cups, where you had to balance the cup on a wall with your finger and go all the way out. I think we ended up going out to like 9 cups, if I remember correctly, which was really great. It was a hard-fought battle, but the winner of that was Jennifer. Jennifer will be moving on to part 3. On Friday, we had our classic Web of Truth spider puzzle, relating to all of our members of our pre-jury, as well as 3 of our members of the jury, which was an 8-piece puzzle that you had to put together based on facts about each player in the game. And the winner of that was Michaela. So Jennifer and Michaela are moving on to the final part of our frontrunner. Weez, you will hang out backstage for a moment while we do that. Let's get right into part 3 of the final 3 frontrunner. Let's do it. Jennifer, Michaela, you will need a couple pieces of paper and just something to write with. So
good luck.
Good luck to you too.
All right. So what I'm going to have you do is you're going to just kind of put for big letters A and B. That's all you'll need. So just make sure I can see it. I think that will be perfect. So once you got that rolling, I think
good. Okay. Yeah.
That's great. Perfect. I can see that. Just as long as I can see it. You are good. So A and B. Perfect. I can see them both. All right. So, yes, Jennifer, that's perfect as well. Great. So Jennifer and Michaela, welcome to the part 3 of the final frontrunner. Whoever wins this, guaranteed spot in the final 2. You've been playing for 32 days, and you've had the opportunity to meet all of your candidates. I'm sure you've thought about, as the future president of this org, who you would want in your cabinet. You know, believe it or not, you have to fill about like 200 positions. I think that's real. It's not just the secretaries, but like the undersecretaries, the deputy undersecretary. There's a whole bunch. There's like 200 positions you have to fill. But luckily,
that's what I've been thinking.
Oh yeah. Luckily, we have 8 qualified candidates who would love to be on your cabinet. Well, we interviewed all of them. And we want to see how well you know our candidates. In a competition we like to call Know Your Candidates. Here's how this works. One by one, I'm going to give you a statement given by one of our members of the Electoral College. In each statement, there are 2 choices. Your task is to tell me which statement is the true statement, the one that each candidate said. The other one is just something we made up. So if you correctly identify the one that each person said, you get a point. The person with the most points after 8 prompts will win the final frontrunner, guaranteed spot in the final 2. Shall we do it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
For the final frontrunner, it's time to know your candidates. Good luck.
I'm sweating.
Dude, same. I'm like, let's be done.
All right. Really quickly as well, before I forget, once you have your A or B, once I give you the statement, you'll have 5 seconds to respond. Take your paper of A or B and put it to your chest. That tells me you're ready to go. Then I will have you reveal. Okay. So hide it, and then I'll say reveal. And we'll reveal at the exact same time. All right. Shall we do it? All right. First, let's talk a little bit about Sam. Sam said, "The moment that shocked me the most Was A, Nick strolling into the Electoral College, or B, JG strolling into the Electoral College? You have 5 seconds. Put A or B onto your shirt. And then Jennifer, you have yours as well?
Yeah.
Go ahead and reveal. Both of you said A. The correct answer is A. Both of you get a point. Next up, we have Lindsay. My favorite competition this season was A, WikiLeaks, or B, Corrupt, Deal or No Deal. You have 5 seconds. Reveal. Let's see. Michaela says A. Jennifer says B. The correct answer. Oh, keep it up. Keep it up. Really quick. Sorry. Keep it up. Sorry. The correct answer is A. WikiLeaks. Michaela gets the point.
What the hell, Lindsay?
You didn't love Deal or No Deal?
No.
Next one is Michael. My biggest mistake in the game was A, not campaigning harder at the House meeting, or B, saying Devin's name at the top 9 before frontrunner results. Do you have yours, Jennifer, as well?
Yeah.
Go ahead and reveal. Michaela says B. Jennifer says A. The correct answer is B. Saying Devin's name at top 9 before frontrunner results. Michaela has 3. Jennifer has 1. Next up, we have Kennedy. My biggest regret was A, trusting JG, or B, trusting any of you. Go ahead and reveal. Michaela says B. Jennifer says A. The correct answer is B. Trusting any of you. Michaela gets the point. Michaela 4. Jennifer 1. Let me double check. Oh, we got 4 more. We're not even halfway. All right. So Michaela 4. Jennifer 1. Next up, we have Chris. The pre-juror who deserves to be in the Electoral College was A, Abby, or B, Cake. Reveal. Both of you said A. Correct answer is B, Cake. Neither of you got the point. Here's the situation.
I wasn't getting that one.
Here's the situation. Michaela has 4. Jennifer has 1. There are 3 questions left. Jennifer, you got to be perfect, and Michaela, and not match Michaela for 3 more questions. It's been done. You never know. Next up, we have Nick. My favorite moment of the season was A, the entire second live night, or B, winning the frontrunner at the first live night. Go ahead and reveal. Michaela says B. Jennifer says A. The correct answer, Jennifer's still alive. It is A. Jennifer 2, Michaela 4. 2 questions left. Again, same deal. Next up, we have Devin. If my game were a cabinet position in the White House, I would be the secretary of A, villains, or B, mischief. Go ahead and reveal. Both of you say B. The correct answer is B. There's only 1 question left with a 2-point lead. Congratulations, Michaela. You are through to the finale.
Oh, that's crazy.
Michaela, let me go to you first. Congratulations. Let me get up here for a moment. Sorry, I'm going to move people around a little bit here. All right. Michaela, you are through to the finale. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Like, I'm literally, like, guys, I'm like so emotional. I'm like in shock. Like, I don't know. That's crazy.
Well,
I feel great.
Well, congratulations. Well deserved. You will face the Electoral College tonight. Well deserved. We are now going to immediately go into the live poll. Wheeze and Jennifer, you are currently on the block. Michaela has the sole vote to eliminate tonight. But before Michaela casts her vote, I'm going to give Wheeze and Jennifer one final opportunity to plead your case as to why Michaela should save you tonight. We'll start with Wheeze and go to Jennifer. Wheeze?
Right while I'm out of focus, you come to me. Okay. I don't know what I can say that would make you change your mind. I think you have the votes, what it's worth. I've said it over and over again. Your entire alliance is on the jury, so I don't think it necessarily matters who you take. All I can say is that I didn't think that I was going to win anyway. So you do what you have to do.
Thank you, Wheeze. Jennifer?
First of all, congratulations. We've had a really great relationship in the later part of the game, and I've really tried to let you know that I mean everything that I've said to you. I went to you straight up and I told you that I had to vote to keep Chris, and I apologize to you for that. And I don't give out apologies very freely, and I really never meant to vote against you. I was trying to tell you what I had to do and why I felt like I had to do it. And I've given you everything ever since then. You have been the person that I've told everything to, and I really wanted to build and put my trust in you. And I feel like we've just had a really great relationship in this later part of the game, and I'm really emotional right now, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of shaking. I'm just congratulations to you, and I want you to do whatever is best for you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Michaela, you are guaranteed second place and the title of vice president of this org. But now you face the most important decision of the game. You must decide if you would like to sit next to Wheeze or Jennifer in the President House of Cards finale. This could be the difference between becoming the president or the vice president. Michaela, are you ready to make that decision?
I'm ready.
You are off mute. Please go ahead and announce your decision now.
Obviously, you both know I love you a lot. I have been pretty straight up today about what my decision would be. I'm so sorry, Louise. To me, you have been player of the season. I admire your game so much. Despite what you say, seriously, I would have been championing for you hard in that jury if I was there. So kudos to you. I'm so sorry I'm going to have to evict you, Louise.
Wheeze, it is official. Your campaign does come to an end tonight.
Yeah. Bit of pill. I knew once I lost part 2, it's probably the case. It's like the age-old saying, early bird gets the worm, second rat gets the cheese, third place in the Presidency Season 8 hopefully gets like a 30% discount at the Presidency Republic store. At least that's what I'm hoping. To be real, I put a lot into this. I know everybody has, but I put a lot into this. I won't lie that it hurts right now, but at the end of the day, it's just a game, and thank God for that, because real life kind of sucks. The world sucks. All I can say is much love to my trans brothers, sisters, and siblings. Free Palestine, stand against racism and inequality, and just fucking recycle, bro, at the very least.
Wheeze, I just want to say to you on behalf of everybody who's been watching this season, who followed you in season 4, who followed you here in season 8. One thing that we just all want to say to you, and I don't mind if Bill and Phil want to jump on and just kind of join me in this.
Please stroke the ego. I really appreciate it actually right now.
Just a fire season, Wheeze. A fire season. Stellar. You were phenomenal.
You've been amazing.
Let me throw in a couple stats here. You are the furthest that any player from Europe has ever gone into this game. Third place. You broke Meg Stagel's record. Sorry, Meg, if you're watching.
Sorry to Meg.
But you are an icon, not only in that, but in so many other ways. It has been an absolute thrill hosting you. We love you so much. But alas, it is time to say goodbye. We will add you to the Electoral College momentarily. We'll see you later tonight.
You've done a great job. You should be so proud of yourself.
Incredible.
I have so much respect for you. You've been absolutely incredible.
Thank you. And genuinely, like, there's no hard feelings. Good luck. Yeah. I'm gonna lay down for like 10 minutes before this starts. And then I'll be back.
You've earned it.
We love you, Weez. Thank you for saying yes to this game. We will see you later tonight.
Diamonds are forever.
Oh yeah.
Jennifer, Michaela, you have done it. You have both made it as far as you can go in this game. You are in the finale. Congratulations to both of you. Not an easy feat. One of you is going to be the vice president. One of you is going to be the president. So congratulations for that. Well done. Well done.
Is that 8 times on the block now?
President News Team can either confirm or deny that information. All right. So here's what we're going to do. It's about to turn 8 o'clock. Do whatever you need to do. Take a breath, run to the restroom, whatever you need to do to prepare. Because in 5 minutes, we begin the process of announcing who our president is. So take 5 minutes. We'll be back. We'll get the party started. Jennifer, Michaela, congratulations to both of you. We'll be right back.
Woo, let's go.
Sure.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to the Situation Room nominations, the second mischief of the game. Your time starts now.
This is the craziest shit I've ever seen in the game.
Jess buzzes in. Congratulations, Jess. You have won the debate. Looks like Phil.
Yeah!
All right.
The battle against England. It was 1776.
The World War of 18... the world... I don't know. Sorry.
American Revolution.
Fuck me, dude.
Did you say...
He said 1776, and then I said the War of 1812.
Get this record. Let's
And
go! Let's go!
Marina and Michael, you
Let's
have
go!
won the front runner.
You did that.
Oh! Are you fucking kidding me? I quit. I quit this fucking shit on.
Save a nominee.
What game are you playing? What game are you playing right now?
When I reveal the vote, the person that has been eliminated will have a few moments to say their goodbyes, gather their belongings, and walk out of the White House.
I have to vote to evict the person who I have no relationship with. I vote to evict Madison.
And I have to make this final move because I truly feel that I have a very small chance to win, and it's only against one of these people. I know I promised you safety, Jeremy, but I have to go back on it, and I'm sorry, I'm choosing to evict you.
The person who answered this question the fastest in their production chat and is the chief of staff for this round is Kyle.
Which house would you like me to rip up, saving both nominees from elimination? Zach, you are the chief of staff for the round. Please decide amongst yourselves which house you would like me to rip up, thus saving both nominees and nullifying that house.
I am going to nullify the house of Marina.
Are you still holding them cups, Jason? Good job.
Yeah.
And that's the one. Good job. The correct answer is a spoon. Congratulations, Lily. You have won the debate.
Let's go. You thought you could take me out that easily?
I'm sorry, but I'm going after some big dogs today, and that's why it's going to be Noah and Chandler.
Stop.
What are you doing?
Following cups on the wall.
So how's your weekend going?
9. Suck it.
God love you and God bless you all.
No more bullshit, Eric. All right?
Say their goodbyes, gather their belongings, and walk out of the White House. By a vote of 4-2, Amanda, you are safe. Corey, your campaign has come to an end. Congratulations, Jackson! You have won the front runner.
The winner of the President Season 1 is Cody!
Ronnie Talbot, Jackson, Zach, Marina, Austin Sacco. We are now down to the final 2 of the President House of Cards. We are here. We are officially at this moment. And what better way to round it out by seeing some words from our current reigning president of this org, Esteban. I'm ready to turn over the crown. Congratulations in advance to the winner and kudos, Prod. Esteban, we love you. Your term as president is almost near an end. Probably the next hour and a half or so. We shall see. All right. Down to business. Shall we meet our final 2? Please welcome. One of them's going to be vice president. One of them's going to be president. Jennifer and Michaela. Hello. Hello, ladies. How are you doing tonight?
Sweaty.
Yeah.
Sweaty. Well, it's going to be a crazy night, but it's going to be a fun night. So, we've already gone over the rules for tonight's finale, but I'm just going to rehash them just to kind of share for our viewers who are watching tonight. Michaela and Jennifer have been asked to prepare a 3-minute opening statement and prepare for a 3-minute closing statement at the end. In a moment, I will ask you, Michaela, if you would want to go first in both speeches or second in both speeches. So I'll give you a moment to think about that. After the opening statements, we will invite each member of the Electoral College one at a time to make 5 minutes worth of feedback, questions, getting the information that they need to determine who to vote for tonight. We will then have our closing statements, and then after the closing statements, the polls will open and we will elect our new president. Shall we do it? All right. And also just kind of keep an eye on the private chat for StreamYard. That'll be where I'll give you a 1 minute, a 30 seconds, and a wrap it up. So that'll be where I'll just kind of do for that. Michaela, as the front runner for this round, you get to decide the order for speeches tonight. For both opening and closing, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second.
All right. So Jennifer, you will go first for opening and closing. Michaela, you will go second for opening and closing. Which reminds me, I need to get my stopwatch. So with that in mind, your time will start the minute you say your first word, and then I will just kind of keep an eye on the clock. Jennifer and Michaela, no matter what happens, enjoy the ride. It's been a thrill. With that in mind, oh yes, Cody, our first president of this org. So excited to see some representation coming in the winner's circle. Absolutely. All right. With that in mind, Michaela. Oh, I'm so sorry. Jennifer. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Jennifer, kick things off. Let's do it.
From the first round of this season, there was only one way that I was going to be able to play this game. I was on the very bottom with no alliance, no one on my side, fighting for my own life. And after my second nomination and being told that I'm just the easy choice that everyone wanted out, I decided, fuck that. I clocked in and worked overtime on my social connections. Chris, Louise, Debbie, Devin, Michael, Nick, Kennedy. I told Chris from the beginning that I wanted to work with him and I trusted him. I don't think he was as into the friendship in the beginning as I was, but a man not being interested in me has never stopped me before. I put my entire game in his hands a few times. I put it all out there and I went as far out on a limb as I possibly could. Chris had the power to crush my game and he never did. And I gave him my word that I would never go against him. Debbie's fall from grace was one of my biggest assets. She became an open book and my world opened up and I had some puzzle pieces finally to start fitting together. I was able to figure out who was talking to who and what some of the relationships were, and I capitalized on this by telling everything to Chris, Louise, Michael. We realized that there was an alliance that we were not a part of and we had to do something quick. Enter guerrilla warfare, and finally I have a role to fill, but an alliance did not mean that I was safe. My friendship with Nick allowed us to have a great conversation before live night, and although I couldn't verbally promise him anything before debate, but luckily we had good enough of a connection at that point that he knew I was on his side, and winning frontrunner and being co-frontrunner with Nick also allowed us to build an extra level of trust because I knew he was going after Sam, and even though I had first choice, I told Nick that this was his score to settle and I wasn't getting in the way of that. I made it clear in my nominations, I don't care what the house wants, no one tells me what to do, and I essentially shot, killed, and buried any chance of a game relationship with JG. And this was a high, but it only lasted about one round because JG won immediately and he nominated Chris and declared war on him, and we had to vote off one of our own. And then the gorillas were dead. My alliance was blown up. I stood accused for the second time this season, and I wasn't having any of it. I dug my heels in. I burned bridges, and I refused to apologize because I had done nothing to apologize for. Thank you, Michael, for using your power and putting Chris and I into the same house and allowing us to fight another round together. I thought the writing was on the wall for me, but Chris saved us both, and the unkillable duo was so fucking back, dude. Until I lost my number one. Chris had everything against him except me, and everyone knew that there was no situation where I ever would have turned my back on him, and not everyone was happy about that. I had to outwill Devin during the all-night challenge because I knew he was coming after me because my undying loyalty got me into hot water, and even when he offered me a deal, I refused to take it. I was in trouble with or without a deal, and unfortunately, even though I did win, Nick went home on my front runner after a really impressive blindside on Louise and Devin's part. Congratulations to you guys for pulling that off. Thank you a million times over for Michaela for saving me over JG. That moment showed me that every piece of truth that I told her and promised that I kept to her meant something, and I'm so unbelievably grateful to her. And now I sit here before you all against one of the finest competitors in the game, but I'm not done fighting for my life yet. After everything that I've been through this season, I'm still here kicking and screaming, and I want to represent resilience and determination as the next president of this game. I want to represent unapologetic truth, being unafraid and getting comfortable with discomfort and never losing the power that I had, even if it was in shreds at times. I want to thank all of you for making this season everything it's been, and I can't wait to answer your questions.
Thank you, Jennifer. Now we will move on to Michaela's opening statement.
I came into this game with a strong sense of my strengths and weaknesses and knew how to navigate around them. My strengths, I'm a strong social player. I'm able to easily curry favor and allyship with people. I got myself very quickly into that triple pairs alliance due to my strong relationships with both Nick and Devin that caused me to be able to pull in the right people to be able to form that quick six. Meanwhile, on the side, I had a side alliance with Michael and Devin that allowed me to feel really protected between all the suits in the house. And so I really was not a name that was coming up as a target at all in those early days of the game. And I knew that even within a non-ideal frontrunner, I was able to navigate my way out of a situation, getting myself out of any sticky situation by currying favor with the right person at the right time. At Final 7, we saw I was able to essentially not participate for an entire round due to real world things that left me without my materials at the time. And I was still in such a safe position, only getting nominated as a renom next to Chris, one of those number one targets in the house after debate pass, knowing that I was not going to be the one getting voted out there. My weaknesses coming in, I know that I tend to let how I personally feel about people dictate how I play these games, even when it's to my own detriment. And so I came into this game feeling like I wanted to, for once, play a more self-interested game, focused on getting myself to the end and getting myself a win and being able to say I played such a strong strategic game this season. I really made myself a crucial piece in many people's games that I was a center point, even when guerrilla warfare and my triple pairs family therapy alliance was kind of going at each other. I put myself in a position where I was kind of one of those middle pieces that both sides were trying to pull in, which made me very crucial to both games. And I wasn't really a target from then on because people really needed me as a number. And at a crucial time in the game, when I really wanted to break up that guerrilla warfare alliance, I told Michael on call that Jennifer was the one who who exposed guerrilla warfare, and he believed it and didn't even expose my name that I had said that to him. Somehow it all fell on Devin as the one who had done this, and I was able to get off scot-free because he wanted to protect me in the game, and because that's the social game I was playing, where I was able to win curry favor with people right at the right times. But in addition to this, I think I played a well-rounded game as well, even in competitions, which I never can usually rely on in these games, but I won competitions right at the right times. Eddie told me Chris was targeting with me. I gunned for that next front runner, won it, put him on the block so that at least he could not nominate me that round. And somehow able to get myself out of a situation of him putting me up the next round. And then when I wanted my noms to stay the same, I fought hard and beat Chris in a competition that's so within his wheelhouse. Then later, Michael uses power to put me in his house against him and starts actively campaigning for me to go. I won debate, so none of my allies were on the block. And then now these late competitions that I won were put myself in a position of power. I know I played a snake in the grass kind of game, and I know that I'll have to tone for those decisions tonight, but I really hope you'll hear me out with an open heart and mind, because I do think that I played a strong game, worthy of representing our season as the next president. Thank you.
Jennifer and Michaela, you have just completed your opening statements here at the season finale. But now the real test of season finale comes in. You are now going to face, one by one, 9 people that you may have directly or indirectly had a role in their elimination from the game. And you must convince them to give you the title of president of this org. We will go in order of elimination, starting with our first juror in Sam, going all the way down to our 9th juror, Louise. Each juror will have about 5 minutes to interrogate, ask questions, get feedback, that sort of thing. And jurors, as you are here, just keep an eye on the private chat. I'll give you the same thing, a 1 minute, 30 seconds, wrap it up, if you will. So, but with that in mind, let's get started. First up, the Queen of Canada, Sam Duncan.
Hello, congratulations. It's very exciting to see both you ladies here. I wanted to have a plan, but I just didn't know, and so I listened, and I'm gonna ask some questions based off of what you said. Okay. So, Michaela, I'm going to ask you the first question. You mentioned being a snake in the grass, and I love that. And I want to know what do you feel is the snakiest thing that you did?
I think for me, turning on my family therapy allies when it wasn't an easy decision to make, when everything in my heart told me not to. I voted out Devin. I worked with JG to get Devin as the one nominated, and then voted him out. I knew exactly that Weeze was going to use that veto on me and save me that round. And I called JG 3 times that round to make sure it happened. So I knew exactly what was about to happen. And then right after that, after working with JG, then I did win that Final Four veto and take him out of the game. For me, that really just came down to the fact that I know I worked so closely with him on every move that sitting next to him in this final 2, I just knew we'd be splitting a lot of hairs over moves that we worked on together. And I really wanted to be able to focus on me and my individual game.
Awesome. And Jennifer, so one of my follow-up questions for part of what you're saying, I heard cannot speak.
Okay, really fast.
So you had a lot to react to in the game, and so I know a lot of that from my viewpoint was played from that position. But do you have any examples of where you were able to be intentional with your game, or instead of reacting, maybe did you have any opportunities to maybe put something in motion or kind of get beyond that survival mode?
So Chris and I did a lot of planning together for what was going to happen in the rounds. Obviously, we can't predict who was going to win the front runner, but we did. I mean, at least when we knew that it was going to be pairs, we were trying to think about, every possible outcome that could happen with any pair that could win. We were trying to plan for who was going to nominate who if they did win. Most of the time we weren't right about that because something always happened within our alliance where someone kind of went off the rails. So we weren't always right, but we did try to plan for things. And to be honest, I really didn't have a whole lot of, I wasn't in a position to be making the first move. I had to be ready for whatever was going to happen to me just because of the position that I was in within the game. And I wasn't ever really able to be on the offense. I was always ready to defend myself, though.
Awesome. And so this question for both of you, you can elaborate or keep it simple. But did you play the kind of game that you would be happy to vote for in the end? If, you're kind of out of body experience watching this from the outside. Whoever wants to answer.
Okay.
Yeah, did you play the kind of game that you'd want to vote for in the end?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can go ahead.
No, sorry.
You're okay. You can go ahead.
Yeah, I think for me, it's so funny because the past couple rounds I've kind of been dealing with that personal versus game type of play. And I think for me, if I hadn't made the decisions that I made in this game, I was going to feel like I just did things in favor of other people and not for the game that I played for myself. And so honestly, I'm so proud of the game I played. I really think I put myself in a position to have a lot of say and control in moves that happened throughout the season. And so I would be so proud to vote for myself to win this game, despite any kind of alliances broken or deals broken. I really think that I fought for my own self-interest to get myself to this final 2 position. And I can say with confidence that I helped get myself here. And I think that's a huge saying something.
I feel pretty much the same. I've been about 95% honest, I would say. I mean, there's been times where we all keep things to ourselves and we all have to lie a little bit. But for the most part, I've been very honest and I've been very in your face about the things that I feel and my convictions, and I've stood strong in it. I've not taken deals just because I don't want to. And I just deal with whatever comes to me. I'm always ready for the blowback. I don't really care about if it makes you happy or not. This is a game and it's not personal. This is strictly business. I have no emotional stake in this, and none of what I've done or said has been to hurt feelings or because I don't like someone.
Okay, I think I'm gonna guess 40 seconds left. So I guess I just want to again congratulate you both. Having done this for a second time, it is literally the hardest game that I've ever played, and I only play half of this one. So no matter what happens here tonight, I think you should be both just be so incredibly proud. I'm so incredibly proud. It was fun to kind of get to see everybody come in and hear the story, but also just to hear from you two is cherry on top. It's the best. I'm gonna leave it at that. I think you have a jury that's very open and receptive to hearing and excited to hear what you both have to say, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you. All right. Next up, we now have, you don't double cross her. It's Lindsay.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Congratulations. Okay, I want to start. I know you both have played great games, and I care really deeply about strategic games, but also social games. And so selfishly, I want you to talk about your social game with me. So I want to ask you both, what would you, if you could describe me in one word, what would you say? I'll start, Jennifer, you're on my left.
Lindsay, I would say that you were loyal.
That's funny. Okay, good. Okay, Michaela, go ahead.
I would say adaptable.
Okay. So then I guess separately, how would you describe the game that I played from your opinion? Michaela, you can go first.
Can I say some sentences?
Sure. Yeah.
No, I would say you played a very clever game. I said it to quite a few people, but the fact that you kept getting nominated for a period and then suddenly you weren't getting nominated for 2 rounds straight, I was like, I feel like you played the perfect like game as someone who was getting put up as a pawn early to get yourself out of that easy pawn position where you're able to take that time that you were on the block to form those right relationships. Every time you had a call with someone, they were telling me, I just had a great call with Lindsay. Now I like don't want to put her up. So for me, you were playing that very, very well. All up until literally you got put up in that one round, and that ended up being the end. But that time you weren't even a pawn; like you were a target for that reason. So yeah.
Okay, Jennifer.
I think that you were loyal because you and I were in a very similar position in the start. The beginning of our game relationship was very much like, hey, I know that you're up against my teammate, but I have to vote to keep my team. Okay, I understand. Hey, you're also against my teammate, so I have to vote to keep my team strong. So you were very loyal to the people that you were with. I loved working with you and finally being able to work with you because we had such a great relationship in the beginning of the game, but we just, because of us both being on the block so much, we weren't able to quite come together the way that we wanted to. And I love being able to finally work with you once we got in the Gorillas. So that was really, really special to me to finally be able to get to know you better on like a game level and be able to finally work with you.
Awesome. So then I guess specifically, again, selfishly, for me, why do you feel like I should vote for you outside of, the speeches that you've made or maybe pitches to other players in the Electoral College? Why do you think that you deserve my vote? I'll start with Jennifer, I guess, again.
I never lied to you or made you any promises. I did have to vote you out because you were against Chris. And again, I was never going to go against Chris. And I did listen to you and I did hear you out. I heard every word that you said. I heard your entire pitch. At the end of the day, I had to do what was best for me. And I had to vote to keep Chris because he was the only person that I knew for a fact was on my side. And I'm very sorry about that. And I sent you a message and I said that I'm sorry about that. And again, I don't hand out apologies freely in this game. And I genuinely felt bad that I had to do that to you.
Okay. Michaela.
Well, you talked about strategy. Lindsay, you were instrumental in many of the things that happened in the rounds to come, as I'm sure you've learned by now. But like you having that call with Nick an hour before eviction, exposing guerrilla warfare, set the tone for the whole rest of the season. And it was such a crucial part of my game. Me being able to go to Michael and be like, oh yeah, like Jennifer's the one who leaked this, and you're out of the game, so you can't say otherwise. Like that was like an incredible piece of info for you to have revealed that I really leveraged to my favor. I did not realize World War III was going to ensue. I do not take responsibility for that part, but I feel like for me that was huge because it kind of created that divide that I'd been deeply looking for when my alliance was in that 4-6 divide.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again to both of you. I think you're both very deserving to be here. So I'm excited to see what else you have to say. And just, like I said when I left, be kind, be confident. You guys got this. So congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lindsay. Going on. So moving on to our next juror, please welcome the one, the only, Michael.
Hi everyone, I miss you both. It's been a while. So first I will say my mind is truly not made up. Despite what either of you may think, my mind is not made up at all. So I want you both to go into that knowing that. And that, keep in mind that like the jury doesn't owe either of you anything. And I'm not saying that as a negative thing. You two are both working to earn each of our votes. So just keep that in mind like throughout and how your approach is to talking to us as well. So I guess I'll just start with Michaela first. I wanted to say that the biggest strength I think that you had was really your positioning. Like I remember an early part of your game, and I knew I was like, no one is talking about Michaela. She's not doing any. I mean, not that you're not doing anything, but you're in such a great position where like no one's really looking at you, and you're in a good position, but no one. It didn't make sense for anyone to look at you. And I think that was something that was really good that you did. So I do have a question for you. So I know like before I went home, you did tell me that I was safe and you did pretty much lie to my face. So how do you think, like jury management, I think is a lot bigger in Big Brother and Survivor. So what are your thoughts on that? And it seemed that a lot of, at least between the two of you, your decisions were a lot less committal than Jennifer's were. So I just want to ask, like, how do you think that plays into? Why do you think that should be more rewarded than, say, like a more committal game?
Yeah, no, that's a really great point. I will say I try every round to have an open mind because I genuinely believe if I'm on the block, I really want people to hear me out, no matter what case I'm making. I don't want anyone to have just a totally closed mind to like hearing my argument. So for me, that's why I do try to keep an open mind. And I think when it came to you specifically, I was wrestling a lot with heart and head. On a personal level, like I adore you. Obviously, I've known of you before this game. And so for me, it was almost like my personal, I wanted you to stay. And so that is how I was voting. I will say up until right before, like 30 minutes before the vote, I got on call with Wheeze. And at that point, Wheeze and I had not talked in rounds really. So for me, it was an easy vote between the two of you. And then when I had that conversation and we were talking, I was thinking a lot more about how, you had moved me into your house, swapped a person to the other one. I was like, to me, that means something. Like maybe you and Chris were close. You didn't want to be next to him. And then as I'm on this call, Wheeze is telling me that they want to put Chris up when they can, which was proven later they did. And so as I'm having this conversation, I'm like, oh my God, I hadn't talked to Wheeze for like a while at this point, but now I'm hearing that our games are actually a lot more aligned than I thought. And I started worrying that if you stayed, then it was going to create a situation where I'm still not having a lot of contact with this guerrilla warfare side that was still kind of in existence. And so that caused me to then immediately hop onto the family therapy call, like right before the vote, change my mind. I have
a few other questions, so that's why I just want to like try to move forward. It's all good. Okay, so and I also think that like I also wanted to ask you about your game specifically because I felt at some points it was overshadowed a little bit by Nick and Devin's, and I hate saying that, but I want you to at least in your next questions like show how your game was different from Nick and Devin's, and at that point, and you don't need to necessarily answer me because I have to go to Jennifer, but I would like to hear that like throughout your other answers as well, if possible. Okay, so Jennifer, we had our ups and downs in this game. Congratulations for making Final Two. I do want to say that a big strength that I noticed in your game was that like you were confident, like you did what you wanted and you really didn't care about the blowback. Cause I think, you and I had this, like, we were pretty much on the bottom. We were like, we didn't have, I think a big weakness of yours, which wasn't necessarily your fault, was at the game awareness, and I think you need to prove your game awareness moving forward towards those later parts. Cause it's hard to have that when you're on the bottom. So showing how you got that, I think is going to be really important. I also wanted to ask a jury management question, though. I asked to speak to you, and I wanted to tell you, hey, like, we're both being duped here. And I wanted to, like, that's why I wanted to connect with you, and you refused to talk to me on the round that I went home. So, since jury management is a big part of earning a jury's vote, like, what makes you think that you can get my vote, given that you refused, frankly, not just talk to me, but refused to talk to me, not just voted me out, but didn't talk to me at all?
So I would love to talk about that, actually. You getting voted out actually really pissed me off. And there was no reason why you should have gone out when you did.
Right.
And I was extremely upset with you for the way that you went after Devin, because I thought that when we were talking about it in our call, I thought that that was between us. And I tried to reel you in, and I tried to tell you, Michael, he's not coming after you. That's ridiculous for your game right now. And it irritated me so bad that you went to other people and you were still trying to do that. And so by the time it got back to me, that
even though he wasn't in our alliance?
Yes, because he wasn't coming after either one of us. You could have still been in the game.
Yeah.
And by the time it got back to me that you had been talking to other people about it, Devin already knew about it.
Right.
So I was left with no choice. And it pissed me off that I had to do that.
But then why did you refuse to ever, like, talk to me after? Like, what? Like, why did you do that? That's, I guess, were you just so angry? Like, afterwards, after the nomination period, I said, hey, let's talk, and you just didn't talk to me.
Michael, you went after my game. You tried to literally 9/11 my game and drive the second plane into my other tower that I had just built up, and there was no reason for that. We had a great relationship. I tried to reel you in, and I tried to save you when you were having the conversation with me about going after Devin, and I tried to tell you that you did not need to do that because there was no reason to do that. I tried to help you.
Well, I'm not talking about at the beginning. I'm talking about at the end. I tried to rectify that when we were both sitting on the block.
I told you that I wanted you to be straight up
Right.
and honest with you, and you acted like you were stupid, and you're not stupid, and that made me mad.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about afterwards when you were on the block and I was on the block. After we had our blow up, I texted you and said, "Hey, like please let's talk. Let's talk. Please, I'm sorry for yelling at you. Let's talk." And you never responded.
No, I told you that if you came out with the truth, that I would speak with you, and you acted like you had no
Yeah.
idea what I was talking about.
I genuinely didn't. I still don't to this day. I'm wondering. I'm wondering what that is.
To blow up gorillas, and I wasn't, and you knew that, and you lied about having retweets.
No, I didn't.
You
I
lied
really
about
didn't.
having retweets.
No, I also didn't
There was
lie
no
about that
reason for
either.
that to happen, and that hurt me, and I hated that because we.
So I hurt you. Okay. No, I'm just wondering, like, and I'm trying to listen and stuff too, but I genuinely didn't know, and I was trying to explain that to you. Game awareness. So I want you to show also like throughout this how you gained that as well. So that because I felt like you had kind of gone hard on me when we were both kind of manipulated at that point in the game, right?
I know that now, but I didn't know that at the time. And
Sure.
you dug your heels in, and you were pointing your finger at me hard, and I had no choice but to defend myself.
But when I tried to make up with you, you just didn't,
I responded to you. I said, "This is the only response you're getting until you tell the truth that I didn't do anything wrong."
Even though I couldn't prove that because I didn't know any better. Right?
That's the choice I made, and I have to live with it.
Okay. Well, I gave you guys the tips to like talk about your games after this. I thank you for all your answers. I really appreciate that, and good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. All right. Moving on to our next juror. Please welcome Kennedy.
Well, that's fucking awkward to follow. I'm sunburnt. Sorry, ignore that. First of all, congrats. You two as the final two is probably the only version of the final two where I come on camera and speak to any of you. So I don't know. I don't really have much to say because it's not about me, so I don't need to talk about like my game. I've been reading the jury, haven't spoken to them, don't really plan to. What I will say is, Michaela, I can't really reward your gameplay choice in not speaking to me. And I think a lot of jurors feel that. They're talking about how hard it was to get a hold of you. Maybe acknowledge that, or maybe talk about it a little bit. Because there's a lot of people saying like, I was barely able to get on a call with her. It's hard to get a hold of her. So I don't know. There's what I can give you for that. And then Jennifer, I don't really got much to say to you, girl. Like, I feel like you and I've kind of known where each other's at, like, the entire fucking game. Fucking from our group with Debbie to now, like, it's been the same vibe. So that's really all I've got. I don't know. I'm happy it's you two and not anybody who went after me other than you two. So I'm glad it's y'all. So I don't know. Good luck. That's all I got. Do y'all want, like, I have a couple minutes. Do either of you want like a time to say anything since I have more time here before the next one comes in?
I want to let you know that when we got in the Guerrilla Warfare Alliance, that I think that I kind of put our relationship on the back burner a bit, and I do feel bad about that. And that's one of my biggest regrets, is that I should have continued to talk with you and make sure that we were good and that we had a good relationship. Because by the time after Chris and I were saved by his COS, after we were trying to rebuild what we had, we just didn't get that chance because you and Chris went up next to each other, and then it was me and you
the whole time. Yeah, I appreciate that.
And I'll say for me, like, but when it came to you specifically, not like trying to win your jury vote, just being honest. I think part of it was I knew that there's going to be a sentiment of like people being worried about complete suits. And so for me, like me having less of a relationship with you, or not much of a relationship with you, was almost my way to be able to show my allies that like I'm not heart strong.
I don't know if not talking to me for like 9 days is showing your allies that you're with them, but I get it. Keep going.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like neither of us are really messaging each other.
Yeah. Oh, it can go both ways for sure. But
yeah,
I think that reasoning is bad. I think if you said that to another juror, probably wouldn't go well. For me,
Okay.
like, I get it. You and I like talked about it. I'm letting you know what they're saying, but like your reasoning for ignoring me for over a week is, well, I had my allies and I was showing them. They don't know we're not DMing. You could have DM'd me, asked me how my day was. They don't need to. Like, they don't know that. So, but
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know your relationship with them. We're chilling. I don't hate either of you. Y'all are fun. So, I don't really care.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anything else y'all want to say about your games? Just open floor for you to talk about yourselves, because y'all don't have to worry about catering to me. So. Otherwise, I'll have Eric come back in. I don't really need much from you guys.
Give me a prompt.
I don't know. Describe your game as an animal that's not a snake or a rat. Go.
What's something loud?
Girl.
Like an elephant?
Okay, Michaela.
I'll say a hedgehog.
Good. I don't know. Eric, you could just come back. Like, I'm vibing. Y'all are fun. Like,
Well,
I'm the only ones I'm vibing with.
Well, I'm from Michigan, so I'm a Wolverine. So, anyway.
Oh, Eric.
Oh wait, no, I'm not on the final and the finale. Anyway, thank you, Kennedy.
Bye, guys. Good luck.
All right, up next, please welcome Chris.
Hello, hello, hello. I'll lead my thing off with a pretty quick thing. I don't like doing my questions for other jurors. I like getting the questions that I want to know specifically answered for what I'm thinking. So Jen, if I'm not asking you questions, it's just because I know your game pretty well compared to Michaela's. So don't take that as a bad sign. Michaela, I have 2 questions for you, and then hopefully if I have time, I can get a question for both of you. Michaela, you were talking up your social game and how you had a lot of social connections, and my 2 questions kind of connect to that. Although I felt comfortable with you in the sense of I never thought you would be like super gunning for me or anything, the fact that almost every conversation I had with you, you never willingly gave information to me, told me that you were not on my side. And I want to know if that was something intentional, if that was something you did with other players, but that was something that like socially kind of off-put me from wanting to work with you deeper very early on, from when I was the first HOH to a lot of our conversations later down the line. So if you can speak to that.
Yeah, so for me, that was strategic in a sense of like, yes, I know saying names gives more info and is more helpful, but like the one time I did say names, you asked me for targets, I actually named Jennifer as one of them. And then the next round, Jennifer puts me up and says I've been pushing her name. I think we kind of saw that happen time and time again where people would get on calls, say the wrong name to the wrong person, and suddenly the whole house has found this out. It caused a lot of implosions within my own alliance. We saw even the one time I was honest with Michael. We have a conversation. Michael tells me he's interested in pushing Devin. I let Devin know. Now Devin and Michael are fighting and my name's in it because I'm the one who gave Devin that info. So for me, a lot of times leaving out certain info was just coming from a place of like, I'm not knowing where this is going to go. And I'm nervous that it's going to get to the wrong person at the wrong time. So that was kind of how I was navigating that situation. Even when I put you up, I wasn't totally honest about who gave me that info initially, because the person who gave it to me was someone I trusted at the time, until you won the next front runner. And then I was like, oh, I'm going up if I don't do something about this. And that's when I gave you that crucial piece of info of like, this is who told me you're coming for me, to avoid getting myself nominated in that situation.
Okay. Second question in relation to that was, you talked about in your opening speech about having, trying to make connections with all sides, not just focusing on triple pair, having a couple connections within Gorilla. Can you explain to me like what you, because it didn't feel like that necessarily played out because you had the JG, Devin, JG all combo in a row that were never going to like truly nominate you in that scenario. And then with Kennedy, she did end up putting you up. So I'm curious if you can speak to more about what scenarios you see happening if a Gorilla person won somewhere in between those rounds based on the connections that you think you had.
Yeah, so what I was honestly thinking was, for example, with you, with things that have played out with JG and Devin, I felt like I was in a middle number position where you were more interested in going after JG and Devin because they were the perceived big targets of the game at that point in time, than targeting me, who at that point I felt like wasn't as visible of a target because I wasn't openly winning a lot of competitions like they were as well, and not openly pushing names as much as they were as well. And so to me, I felt like even you approached me about the potential of getting an alliance together that included me, Nick, Jennifer, depending on how that next front runner played out. And then it ended up being, I think, either JG or Devin won that next one, and that's why we never even pursued it. But I felt like I was in that position with you where you were interested in working with me as a number, and Jennifer was interested in potentially working with me as a number there. And then as we played into this later game, that's when I really was starting to sow the seeds with Jennifer. Ever since that round she put me up, I was telling her time and time and time again, like, I want to work with you, like, if you can trust me. And eventually, when you left, it was finally that opening position for me to be able to be that new kind of number one for her.
Oh, Chris, we knew they were all together. We knew it. We knew.
So I have only 1 minute left, so I'm going to be really quick. Jennifer, I think you spoke to a really good point of our connection. I let the jury know that, like, what you were saying in the opening about our connections and what that was accurate. So thank you for that. Jennifer, answer this question because I want you to answer something on mine. And Michaela, if there's time, answer it. I've constantly been promoting, making this a safe place, making it fun, making it, a place. And what I love is, like, being able to learn and have vulnerable experiences within orgs themselves. So if you guys can speak to something that you learned about yourself or something positive impact this game has had on your personal life by playing it. Jen, if you can start, and then Michaela, I hope there's time to get to you.
I've had the absolute time of my life in this org. I think that everybody knows that this is my second ever org. My first one that I played back in April, I was the 5th one voted out, so I didn't do that great. So honestly, all I wanted out of this org was just to get 6th place, or just to be the 6th one voted out. And then once I realized that I was past the 6th one out, I was like, okay, maybe I can get to jury. So I've just had the time of my life this entire time. I've loved all the rivalries. I've loved the friendships. I've loved all of it. I've loved getting into it with people and yelling at people about a freaking free game that we're doing in our free time. Okay. I've just had a great time with it. I have no emotional stake in this. It's something that for fun that we all do in our free time. I look forward to it every day, logging in and strategizing with people and even getting nominated. I'm having a great time.
Awesome. Kayla?
Yeah, I feel like for me, honestly, I felt similarly. I would constantly try to say to people, like, guys, let's keep it game. Let's be nice. Even that round when I, heard about the you and Devin argument, I wanted to have a conversation with you, genuine human to human, because I could tell it had genuinely affected you. And I feel like we had a really nice conversation about the situation. And for me, that was not trying to get anything from you out of it. I just wanted you to feel heard and know that you weren't alone in feeling how you felt. And later that same evening, I had a call with Devin and I was like, hey, I think you might have taken it a little too far in this scenario. Let's try to remember, we should all be, kind to one another. It is just a game at the end of the day. And I feel like I had a really great open heart to heart with him about the same thing. And so for me, I feel like I've learned that you can play a game with your heart, but also be able to make strategic decisions. You can have both and still make it to the end of a game, no matter how hard that may be. I think that's something I've learned about myself.
Awesome. Thank you guys. I love you both so much. I'll let you know the jury has not had their minds made up. We even had a conversation yesterday about how balanced this final 3 is. You are all very well matched, so keep fighting your ass off because it is so epic and so much fun to watch. Love you both. Good luck.
Love you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Moving on. I always like to say, when you're in in a living situation, you got to pay your rent. Well, it's time. The rent is due. It's Nick City. I got to get it in.
That was great, Eric. Thank you. Hi, ladies. I am so fucking proud of the both of you. I literally was saying this yesterday to the jury that this would end up, whether it was Jennifer or Weeze, in my opinion, it would be the perfect final 2 because it was a gorilla and a triple pair. So I'm very happy that it's both of you. And Chris kind of stole one of my questions, but it's okay because I have another backup of what was your favorite or something you learned about yourself. So my first question, I guess, before we get into anything is, what do you think was your game-winning move? And it could just be something simple. Jennifer, I will start with you.
If I had to pick one thing, it would probably be nominating JG in the live round that I won, where we won together, because I let the entire house know that I was done with the bullshit. I don't care if the house is telling you to do something. I don't have the house telling me to do anything. No one tells me what to do. Every move that I make is going to be my own, and I let that define everything that I did from that point forward. So if I had to pick one thing, it would be that. But honestly, just the way that I played the game, the way that I was in your face about everything, and that I let everybody know exactly where they stood with me. I let you know if we were cool. I let you know if I was coming after you. I let you know if I didn't fucking like you. And I stand by that. I have no regrets. I would do it again, and I would double down on it.
Thank you. Michaela.
Yeah, for me, I will now finally admit it, but kind of sowing the seeds that you were the social threat of the season. Yeah, Devin wasn't totally wrong about that one.
I found out.
For me, honestly, like Nick, you know how much I love you, but like anyone sitting next to you in a final two, like end the game, cut the cameras. Like you're too good. And so for me, I felt like I needed to kind of get ahead of you in the game in that situation. And you're also in a position where people were not interested in nominating you despite your threat level. So for me, I kind of wanted to sow seeds of distrust between you and Devin to kind of get you guys to not want to be on the same page necessarily in the game. And so I did have a call with him where I did talk about how you going up could be a benefit for our game. Now, I didn't realize he was going to push it that hard with JG the next day. But I think also I had built a stronger social capital at that point to where even when Devin was straight up telling people, Michaela told me this, I was able to go to you and fully like make you believe that Devin had just made all of this up, that I hadn't said a thing. And it kept you guys at each other's throats, or like a little mistrustful of each other for the next few rounds, to the point that eventually he takes you out at that final 7 scenario instead of me. And so for me, that was like, I think one of my game-winning moves that put me in such a great position to be able to get deep into this endgame and now sit in these final 2 chairs.
Amazing. I love hearing that. Okay, my last question for you guys. What was your favorite moment of this season? And it doesn't have to be game related. So Michaela, we'll start with you this time.
Ooh, okay. I would say one of my favorite moments, I think for me, when we were the 4 people on the block and I got pulled into Michael's urn and I was like, no, he did not. Like, he did not just do me like that. I was a little freaked out. I was the only member of my alliance who was on the block in that scenario. And I've never felt so determined to win a veto in my life. And I knew I was going up in a timed practice comp against Comp Beast Chris. And so for me, practicing my heart out to the point that I was able to beat him by like 1 second in that challenge, I've never felt like a stronger proudness in my life. Yeah, for me, that was just such a great moment in the game. And I was like, no matter how this plays out, that's one thing I'll be proud of.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Honestly, Michaela, my favorite moment was beating you in the finger cups. My finger was shaking so bad. And as soon as I heard your cups drop, I fell to the floor, and I couldn't believe that I pulled that out. I have another favorite moment, but it's kind of silly. I love the exchange that JG and I had, where he sent me a snarky gif of Julie Chen, and I sent him the clown emoji, and he laughed at it. So I sent him John Wayne Gacy in full clown getup. That was one of my favorite exchanges that I've had. But honestly, I think that beating you in the cups was exactly what I needed in that moment. I fell to the floor, and I just couldn't believe that I had actually pulled that out.
Amazing. Thank you, ladies, both. America might not be ready for its first woman president, but this org is sure as hell ready for its second, I believe, woman president. So congratulations to the both of you. And my running gag in the jury house has been like, if this season was an actual season of Big Brother, that like half the Twitter stands would have Jennifer as their icon and the other half would have Michaela. So I really love that this is the final 2. Congratulations, whoever wins. I'm so proud and happy for the both of you, and I love you both. Good luck.
Love you.
Nick.
Thank you,
You
Nick.
did right.
Thank you. All right. Not too far from me, from the great state of Michigan, please welcome Devin.
Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? Congratulations, both of you, on making it. Um, just so you guys know, I'm at work, so I haven't really heard anything that you've said so far. Going into this, I feel like well, I sent a pre-vote, you know. I'm not gonna say where that is, but right now, I guess I'll give you guys both a chance to just let me know why I should vote for you. Jennifer, you can go first.
Devin, we had a very interesting relationship in this game. You nominated me, and I didn't take it very well at first, but I knew, okay, this is going to keep happening if I don't do something about it. And honestly, our conversation that we had before you nominated me gave me the ambition to want to win for myself. And so once I did win, I made a little mistake, and I posted that little picture in the main chat, which was never supposed to go in the main chat. But once it did, I was like, well, it's too late for me to go back now. I have to just own this and move forward. I have to just rebuild from here. And so after I gave you a very public fuck you, we developed one of my favorite friendships that I've made in this game. We were so close, and I feel like we actually had a really good game relationship. It wasn't just like a silly friendship that I made within the game. It was an actual game relationship where we were talking about moves being made and who was doing what. And once you realized that Chris was my number one and that I was never going to go against Chris for anyone, you were extremely upset with me, which I understand, but I'm not going to apologize for that. So we didn't have the best relationship after that, and you were very mad at me. And then you tried to make a deal with me, and I, again, kind of gave you a fuck you. And I didn't take your deal because I think that you were going to come after me no matter what. And I'm proud that I stood strong in my convictions and what I believed. And I would do the same thing over again. I love you, but I would do it all over again.
Michaela.
Yeah, Devin, to me, you're the person who, on a personal level, I connected with maybe the most. Oh, sorry. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I feel like we had a very, very close relationship, and I was envisioning us in these final two seats, duking it out no matter what happened. I think as we got further and further in this end game, I was worried that I was just playing for second when it came to you. And I was like, is this bad of me to just play this game fully with my heart, go to the end with someone who I know will beat me at the end just because I really want to see them there? And so for me, even that round when I decide, and also I've just seen you made a final two with Nick the prior round and then was voting him out that same round, I was like, okay, if everyone else is playing for themselves, I really need to make sure I'm also playing for myself to get to the end and to win. And for me, even wanting to give you like that vote, just, you know, to let it be up to JG, my concern was I had just done that for Nick in the prior round, and JG immediately used that as an excuse to put me up the next round. And I was worried that if I did the same thing for you in that scenario and vote against Jennifer, now Jennifer has no obligation to, if she wins the final four veto, bring me to the final three, because I've just put a vote against her after I said I wasn't going to do so. I loved playing with you, obviously. I really hope after this we can still have a personal relationship. And if you feel anywhere in your heart that that is something that you want as well, please recognize the game that I played and recognize that if I had sat next to you here at the end, I don't think I would have won this game.
Okay. What's your favorite thing from Taco Bell, both of you?
A Baja Blast, bitch.
You know I haven't been to Taco Bell. That was a trick question.
Okay. Thank you, guys, and good luck to both of you.
Thank you, Devin.
Thank you, Devin. Next up, We have our 4th place finisher here tonight. Please welcome JG.
Hello. I'm on my phone, so sorry if this is like a hot mess. First, we're gonna get it out of the way. I love both of y'all. Like seriously, like I'll also preface this. I'll start with you, Jennifer. When we got to that final 6, we were doing that all-nighter. I felt like for the first time, and it's partially my fault because I didn't really make an effort to work with you. I saw like the real you for the first time that night. And it was like such an incredible moment, such an iconic memory that I will always remember that night, where we all were just so kikiing and like we're all duking for this stupid 24-hour challenge. But like we're sending like children photos of all things in this chat. Like what? I don't really have a question. So like I just kind of want to give you the floor if there's anything you feel that I need to know about your game. I've been listening to what the jury say. I truly am very impressed in your game. Like to have the hot mess that was the gorillas and to survive that and to have the connection that you did with Michaela and everything else, even Devin, like it's very impressive. And my vote is very much up in the air. So don't think that I'm like, F Jennifer, because I'm not.
That's what I've been saying. I'm gonna monologue for a minute, so Eric, you can cut me off so that Michaela can have time for something. JG, you were one of the people that I connected with very, very early in this game, and I really genuinely love you as a person. I think you're absolutely wonderful. Unfortunately, just because of circumstances in the house and with me being the easy target, you kind of fell into the whole, like, this is just easy for me to do. And something just kind of snapped in me where when you did it, I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm not having any more of this. And so I kind of really like pointed my finger at you and I really kind of went after you for that. I don't regret anything that I've said to you because all of it is within the context of the game. I've never personally attacked you. I've honestly really enjoyed our rivalry. I think that it's been a lot of fun and I think that you've had a lot of fun with it too. I mean everything that I've said though. I think that you were one of my biggest ops in the game. You won the most front runners. You continued to go after me. We genuinely did have a ceasefire that I was very genuine about and that I was very willing to honor until bigger targets went out. And then for you to continue nominating me, that really pissed me off and that lit a fire under my ass to continue going after you. And I didn't give a fuck what happened after that. Anything that came out of your mouth, I was like, JG's word doesn't mean anything, but mine does. I'm going to go after him. I don't care. So I've really had the time of my life being rivals with you. I think that you're so much fun, but I don't know. For some reason, we just could never get back on the same page. Yeah. And I think that it is because I called you out so publicly that I said, I don't have anyone in my ear. I'm doing this for myself. Every move that I make is going to be mine. And I don't give a fuck what makes the house happy. I don't care. I'm going to do this for me. And if nobody else likes it, fuck off.
Period.
I think that kind of just killed any chance of a game relationship that we had. I really genuinely tried to connect with you. I realized that you're a very emotional person and I really genuinely tried to meet you where you were at. And I tried to have a game relationship with you after that going forward to show you that I meant what I said when I said that our ceasefire was good and real and that I meant it and that I was standing by it. And I feel like you just didn't meet me where I was at when I was trying to meet you.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't.
I very much didn't.
What I was trying to give to you, and I didn't know what to do with that. But I genuinely did try with you.
You did. It was me. I was protecting family therapy. It was not you. Okay. Michaela, you've probably been dreading this so much. First, please know I absolutely love you and adore you. But let's talk about it. Let's rip this Band-Aid off. We go for rounds talking about how the biggest threats are in this game are Jennifer, Louise, and Devin, and how we need each other. And that if we get to the end, we can't beat them. So tell me now that you're sitting next to Jennifer, how can you beat her when you've been telling me this whole game that we need each other and I need to be evicted at 4th to now be sitting next to Jennifer?
Yeah, and I will say, like, so to be honest, throughout this game internally, I didn't vocalize this to others, but I've always seen myself sitting next to someone who played a very different game from me. I actually used the fact that I wanted you three to not want to go to the end with other people to like try to keep you on my side by sowing the seeds of like, we can't go to the final two with anyone outside of this four. I said that for weeks and weeks and weeks, just hoping that that would somehow keep you guys loyal to me and potentially keep that final two loyal to me. That's kind of how I was thinking about the game, but I always felt like I wanted to sit at the end, ideally with someone who played such a differentiated game so that I could be able to speak in testament to my own game, which I do feel like Jennifer and I played so differently. She was definitely coming from that more underdog position. And I was coming from a position where I did have an alliance. And then in this end game, I was consistently putting myself in a position where I was able to have control over the outcome of each round to round. And so, yeah, I want to be able to distinguish it in that way.
Do you think it was absolutely necessary then to hop on a half-hour call before the eviction when you had no intention of keeping me?
I think that's, out of anything in this game, if I were to regret anything, it's that. I think it's another situation where I loved and adored you. And so I wanted to talk to you. And I was still in a position where I was like, am I thinking the right thing? Let me try. I talked to Wheeze literally right before I got on that call with you to even try to feel out what Wheeze might do in a final three scenario. And so I was also trying to think of who Wheeze would prefer to potentially bring into that final two, how afraid Wheeze was of bringing the other person into the final two. And even in that conversation, I was feeling like Wheeze was a little more afraid of going to final two with Jennifer than you. And I'm also trying to think about who will take me. So that was also one part of it as well. And then we do that final comp, and you and Wheeze are going band for band, answer for answer, knowing the exact days, exact vote counts, etc. I don't know exactly what the final three comps will be, but I know there's a memory element to at least one or two of them. And I'm literally watching this display of Jennifer and I getting like every question wrong until I finally do get the correct riddle, one correct answer that allows me to say the riddle before anyone else can and get that final four veto. And so I think then for me in that moment was when I finally felt resolved in making that decision. And it's not fair to you. Like, I should not have gotten on that call with you, honestly. I should not have tried to I should not have misled you in that way. I do think a big part of that too was I have past game trauma as well. We all come in with some element of org trauma.
Yeah.
I was honest with someone at Final Four about what I was going to do. And they use that to be able to know, okay, I'm not a factor in and then form a plan with the other person in that scenario to then get me out. And so I think there's also an element of I wanted to still make sure I had potentially two options that aren't going to consider each other as options as well in that scenario. But I do agree, it wasn't necessary for my game.
I'll just end simply. There was never a world. I was genuine and sincere. I was never in a world where I was going to go to the end with Jennifer. Jennifer beats me. I was never going to go to the end with Louise. Louise beats me. And I think that's where I'll end it.
Can I ask you a question quickly? So when I said that I've never attacked you personally, you made a face, and I want to know if you think that I have attacked you personally, just so that
No. If anything is tired, I apologize. No.
Okay,
No.
It's okay. I wanted to
No.
know what
We
I
had playful
said,
banter.
Something.
We sent clowns to each other. We were being so silly.
Okay, I really
don't get me wrong.
I wanted to make sure that I had never crossed a line like that with you because
No, I'll be real. You're very authentically yourself. I do think there were times in this game where it did get close to the line, but I don't think you ever crossed the line, to be very clear. And I don't want to get yelled at by Eric, so I will send you off. I love both of you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, JG. And then last, but definitely not least, you saw them earlier tonight. They are here. And give me the thumbs up when you are ready, Wheeze. Oh, 1 second. Okay, I'm going to delay for just a moment here. No, I'm good. All right, I think we're ready. Okay, we're ready now. All right, you saw them earlier, and here they are. Wheeze.
Yeah, miss me. Sorry. Hi. I got very overstimulated and took off all my clothes, and then I was like, oh, I have to be on camera. So we were singing Okay, but I'm here now. And I'm Amanda, so we love that. I'll be honest. I've had so much time to think of a question, and yet still, imagine if we just sat in silence for like, and I get extra time too, so it's gonna be mad awkward. Imagine if we just like sat. Okay, so obviously I know what Michaela chose to do when she sent me to the jury house. Jennifer, you told me several times that you would take me. Was that true? Was that like pandering for a jury vote?
No, I promise you.
Okay, I just wanted to know that because, like, I think I was in my head the whole time of being like, "What if they don't and then I'm alone?" But
Michaela, I think that you're just too damn nice. I think that you're so sweet, and I've been such a fucking bitch, and I was genuinely so worried about sitting here with you because I know that I pissed off so many more people than you.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what's gonna be also a question. Was Michaela, do you genuinely like? Because you told a few people that you genuinely felt like you were gonna have a lot of negativity from the jury. Did you honestly believe that you were gonna be hated?
I think that's just kind of like the type of person I am. I worry too much about what people think of me, inside and outside the game, and I think that causes me to usually just play with my heart because I'm like, I don't even want to like deal with the idea of like taking out someone I like and then have them be mad at me for it. And so I was genuinely worried about that. Of course, there's a gameplay element as well of like, no, more people hate me, to try to be the one chosen as well. But it was something I was worried about, especially with moves I made in this end game.
Okay, so in general, not singling out one particular person or a couple of people, would you say if you had to rate how you think the jury favors you tonight on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I'm losing, no votes, to 10 being I'm sweeping, let's go, where would both of you put yourself on that scale?
6.
4.
Okay, that's interesting. So I love having about a minute. Okay, I saw about a minute left before it was me. That was before. Okay, good. I was like, I just got started. I think if you had to take, I mean, this season, with the cards, let's do a betting theme. I'm sure that'll make Eric really happy. If you had to lay a bet down, if you had to put a bet down on the table, and you had to say, this is the person who's winning, and this will be the final vote count, what would it be?
For anyone?
Wait, so like if you had to like make one bet, right? You're putting all the money down, and you have to correctly guess first of all who's winning tonight, and what the vote count will be. What would it be? If you just had to make it, does it have to? Such a mood.
Maybe Jennifer 6'3". Is that the right number?
7, 8, 9. Yep, adds up to 9.
I genuinely have no idea. I think that it could be like a 5 to 4, but I don't know who. Like, I have no idea who's gonna win.
So you think one vote could be it? Is essentially.
I think that it's probably gonna come down to 1.
One last question: if there's absolutely one person locked in for you on this jury, who is it?
Kennedy.
I hope Nick.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna run to the Electoral College chat, and I'm gonna.
Were
they right?
I think there's been a misconception that Chris is going to vote for me just because we've been so close together, and I would expect nothing less of Chris than for him to vote for the most deserving person. And I think that if anyone has that misunderstanding, you don't know Chris.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's it for me. I think I do want to just give my compliments. My compliments to the chef. Moi. I think you both really cooked and ate and left no crumbs. I'm very proud of both of you. Obviously, it's like, do I wish I was there? Yes. Am I though? No. So we move. I think regardless of how tonight turns out, it can be really horrible to be sitting in those first 2 seats and not win. Like, Because even though like this is for fun, when you do put effort into it, it can sting. It can sting, and I hope that the sting is the sting is as weak as possible, because I think you both just. Can you tell that I'm slightly inebriated? By the way,
It's okay.
No, right? I think you both did amazing. I wish you the best of luck. I still don't know what I'm going to do, so put your whole President Ussie into these closing statements. And yeah, good luck. I said good luck like 5 times, but good luck.
I do want to say to you, and I'm not pandering to you right now, I'm not saying this to get your vote or anything. You can vote for whoever you want. I want you to know that you should be absolutely so proud of the way that you played the game. I think that you've played an immaculate game. The way that you've been able to go between alliances so seamlessly, and the way that you've just fit into every single person's plan is incredible. And there's no way that I could have done that. There's no way that anyone else could have replicated what you did. And I want you to be so proud of. I'm not pandering.
I know.
I'm not pandering to you. I'm not saying this to you to get your vote. I'm saying this to you because I love you. We hit it off immediately, and we had the most incredible friendship. And I'm telling you this as a person. I want you to be so proud of yourself.
Thank you. It does mean a lot. And my sting will be over soon as well. But yeah, no, I do genuinely love you both. Yeah, we got to figure out who to vote for now. So bye, I guess. See you soon.
I love you so much.
Love you both. Bye-bye.
Jennifer, Michaela, you have made it through the Electoral College portion of the season finale. Good job to both of you, but your work is not done yet. You have one final task, your closing statements. As a reminder, Jennifer will go first, followed by Michaela. You will both have 3 minutes. Keep an eye on the private chat just for the 1 minute, 30 seconds. Wrap it up. As soon as we are done with closing statements, we will then open the polls. Jennifer, kick it off.
Again, I want to thank all of you for everything this season. I want to thank everyone for their honesty when you told me that you were voting me out and when you told me that you were nominating me. And I want to give the biggest thank you to those that have saved me when I couldn't save myself. Even when I haven't been having a good time, I've been having the absolute time of my life with the rivalries, the friendship, wins, losses, everything in between and outside. I'm proud to be in the first no-male final 2 of the president. I'm so proud to be sitting next to Michaela. She deserves to be here. She's done so much to be here. This is my second ever org, and every single person on this cast has made this experience what it's been to me. Thank you for allowing me to show myself what I'm made of. I fought my ass off through 7 nominations, 8 times being on the block. 8 of those this season, and I played the most vulnerable game out of any finalist in president history. My nominations were not pawn nominations. I was not the guaranteed person to stay against the person that I sat next to, and when I wasn't able to save myself, it was the personal connections that I made that saved my ass. I've served the shortest amount of time as frontrunner in Final 2 history, with roughly an hour in total, and neither of those worked out the way that I wanted them to, but I rebuilt and I kept on pushing forward. I've made mistakes in this game, but I have no regrets because every single step and every choice that I've made got me to this point in this final 2 seat tonight. And I feel no shame for the game that I've played. If you've received an apology from me, I mean it. And if you haven't, I mean that too. I've had my game blown up and hijacked twice. I've been in several verbal altercations. I've been warned. And no matter how many fucked up things have happened, and no matter how fucked up things have seemed, I've rebuilt and I've prevailed. And in the face of adversity, I don't run. I clip my toenails. I've stood strong in my convictions. I've been the sole vote to keep someone knowing that it was a sinking ship twice. I've turned down deals because I simply don't want to take it. I've never done a single thing to appease the House for the sake of keeping the peace. I never had peace. I've never been afraid of blowback. I've wanted all the smoke all season, and I've proven that as in your face as I've been, that my word is good, my loyalty runs deep, and I'll never kiss anyone's ass for anything. None of us have had the same journey this season, but some of us have had to fight for it a little bit more than others, and no one has fought harder than I have. I've been brazen and reckless, and I've been backed into a corner, but I've capitalized on what many of you have been called getting tribe fucked at the beginning of the game. And when all I had to rely on was my personal connections, I've been able to figure out a path to longevity. I've learned that there's a lot that you can do when there's no other option. And when your game is getting blown up, sometimes you just have to let it happen, and you just have to rebuild from those broken pieces. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jennifer. Michaela, close it out.
Yeah, first off, thank you so much to the jury for making this such an incredibly fun season. I think as a president, you have to be willing to make such tough decisions, maybe at the expense of your personal emotional desires, but for what you think is the greater good of your game. And I hope that you can see my game and understand that decisions I made thinking that I was doing it in the best interest of my game, not what would make me necessarily personally happy. I feel like I did play my own individual game despite working within an alliance. I think that is an aspect of the game that people wanted to ally with me. And I put myself in that position to where I was getting so much information from so many different people. Michael wasn't in my alliance and he was often telling me thoughts that he was telling no one else in the game, like pushing Devin to me, which I was able to use as a way to then get Devin on my side against Michael. I was able to strategically wield the information I was getting from different sides to be able to better position myself in the game. I think also that even though we were discussing potential threats often throughout the game, I was able to keep my name out of the heat of the mix. And I think there's a certain element to that where you can feel like, oh, like Michaela wasn't getting nominated. She wasn't having to fight her way off the block. But to me, I think it's a testament that I wasn't getting myself nominated in rounds where almost every single person's name was coming up. Almost every single person was hitting the block. I was continually able to position myself in the right place at the right time to be that crucial number for a person to where they didn't want me in that position. Even when Jennifer literally nominated me halfway through the game, I was able to win her back over after she was convinced I was pushing to get her out. I was able to win her back over to my side and be my crucial ally going forward. Me then voting out Kennedy, then voting out Chris, her other two allies that then gave her no other options but to have this allyship with me, which put me in this great position in the end game to where I was the one bringing us further and further and further each round. And so I will just say, I had a great time playing with you guys. I know there might be some hurt feelings in some ways, and I genuinely believe that the personal relationships I did form, I do truly believe in and I care about and respect. I tried to always keep it game. I tried to not let my emotions get the best of me in the decisions that I made, or even in my interactions with people. I know there's been some concern that people weren't able to always hear from me, and for that I do apologize. I know I sometimes will have a crazy schedule, but on top of that, I also am dealing with the fact that a friend to everyone is a friend to none, to me, in my eyes, in these games. And the people who I perceived as talking to every single person, I was like, then where do I stand with them if they talk to literally everyone every single round? And so for me, I felt like I was keeping it in a way where people kind of knew where my allegiances stood a little bit more. But just as I wielded my right to vote many of you guys out of the game, it's now within your constitutional right to hold that against me through your vote. But I really hope you can understand that any move I made, whether it was with you or against you, whether it was the right move or you believe it to be the wrong one, I was really just trying to do in the best interest of my game. And really hope that you crown me and see me as the president of your season for the level of control and adaptability that I displayed. Thank you.
Michaela, Jennifer, you have done all you can do. And now the power shifts back to the Electoral College. In a moment, the polls are going to open, but before we open the polls, I think it's safe to say that this has been, you know what, screw it, I'm going to say it. This has been one of the best finales we've ever had. I think I can speak on behalf of the viewers, Electoral College, everybody, when I say that. Just the back and forth, the discussion, it was just so much fun to be a part of, and I wanted to acknowledge that before the polls officially open. You both have made this an incredible season. No wonder in a season called The House of Cards, two queens are about to become the president or vice president of this org. Electoral College, the time is about to approach. Open up your production chats. You are about to vote for a winner. This is a vote for a winner. You are not eliminating somebody. The person with the most votes will be our 8th president of this org. Michaela, Jennifer, love you both. Best of luck to both of you.
Love you, Michaela. Good luck.
Thank you. Love you, Jennifer.
Electoral College, for the final time this season, the polls are open. go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to the Situation Room nominations, the second mischief of the game. Your time starts now. Oh,
This
hang
is
on.
the craziest shit I've ever seen in a game.
Jess buzzes in. Congratulations, Jess. You have won the debate. Looks like Phil.
Yeah!
All right.
The battle against England. It was 1776.
The World War of 18... the world... I don't know. Sorry.
American Revolution.
Fuck me, dude.
Did you say...
He said 1776, and then I said the War of 1812.
Get this record. Let's
And
go!
it happened.
Let's go!
Congratulations, Marina and Michael, you
Let's
have
go!
won the front runner.
You did that.
Oh! Are you fucking kidding me?
I quit. I quit this fucking shit on.
Save a nominee.
What game are you playing? What game are you playing right now?
When I reveal the vote, the person that has been eliminated will have a few moments to say their goodbyes, gather their belongings, and walk out of the White House.
I have to vote to evict the person who I have no relationship with. I vote to evict Madison.
And I have to make this final move because I truly feel that I have a very small chance to win, and it's only against one of these people. I know I promised you safety, Jeremy, but I have to go back on it, and I'm sorry, I'm choosing to evict you.
The person who answered this question the fastest in their production chat and is the chief of staff for this round is Kyle.
Which house would you like me to rip up, saving both nominees from elimination? Zach, you are the chief of staff for the round. Please decide amongst yourselves which house you would like me to rip up, thus saving both nominees and nullifying that house.
I am going to nullify the house of Marina.
Are you still holding them cups, Jason? Good job.
Yeah.
And that's the one. Good job. The correct answer is a spoon. Congratulations, Lily. You have won the debate.
Let's go. You thought you could take me out that easily?
I'm sorry, but I'm going after some big dogs today, and that's why it's going to be Noah and Chandler.
Stop.
What are you doing?
Following cups on the wall.
So how's your weekend going?
9. Suck it.
God love you and God bless you all.
No more bullshit, Eric. All right?
Say their goodbyes, gather their belongings, and walk out of the White House. By a vote of 4-2. Amanda, you are safe. Corey, your campaign has come to an end. Congratulations, Jackson. You have won the front runner.
The winner of the President Season 1 is Cody, Ronnie Talbot,
Jackson, Zach, Marina, Austin Sacco. Hello, everyone. Give us a moment. We're counting the votes. We'll be right back. we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to the Situation Room nominations, the second mischief of the game. Your time starts now. Oh,
This is the craziest shit I've ever seen in a game.
Jess buzzes in. Congratulations, Jess. You have won the debate. Looks like Phil.
Yeah!
All right.
The battle against England. It was 1776.
The World War of 18. The world. I don't know. Sorry.
American Revolution.
Fuck me, dude.
Did you say?
He said 1776, and then I said the War of 1812.
Get this record. Let's
And
go!
it happened.
Let's go!
Congratulations, Marina and Michael, you
Let's
have
go!
won. Everyone, we have the results. We have a winner. Before we get to the results, I'm going to move very quickly to just thank all of you and just really reach out to all of you. Thank you so much, everyone, from all of our candidates to our viewers, to our alumni, to our community. Thank you, thank you, thank you for making this such an incredible season. We've enjoyed every moment from day 0 to day 32. It has been so incredible to watch. And we just prove once and for all that even in the craziness of politics, we will have someone who will truly lead us in the form of the president. And obviously, before anything else, I want to get Phil and Bill in here. We also have Jordan, Christian, Kevin, couldn't make it here tonight. But I just want to say on behalf of everybody who's been playing this game and everyone who's been a part of this season, it is not hyperbolic to say that we have the best production team in all of orgs. You are all absolutely incredible. Just thank you for all you do. Love you both so much. Love all of you so much. It's just amazing. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's been a fantastic season finale. And I think we have a couple ladies who are ready to see what the results are.
Absolutely. And let's get right into it. So I will send you both backstage and I will add Jennifer and Michaela back in. Here we go. Jennifer, Michaela, I have the votes of the Electoral College. This game started off with a challenge to remind you that to be the president of this org, you have to have every element from your strategy to your social to your challenge prowess and even a little bit of wild card entertainment to be able to win this game. You have both demonstrated all of those qualities. And no matter who wins tonight, be very proud of the games you both played. One of you will be our vice president. One of you will be our president. But I think I can speak on behalf of everyone when I say, if there were two incredible representatives of the House of Cards, it is the two of you sitting right there. It is time to quit stalling. I'm going to read these votes.
Good luck.
Good luck.
There we go. Sam certified her vote. Michaela.
Thank you, Sam.
Kennedy certified her vote for Jennifer. Nick certified his vote for Michaela.
Thanks, Nick.
Louise certified their vote for Jennifer.
Thank you.
2 votes Jennifer, 2 votes Michaela. Michael certified his vote for Michaela.
Thank you, Michael.
Chris certified his vote for Jennifer.
Thank you.
3 votes Michaela, 3 votes Jennifer, 3 votes left. Devin certified his vote for Michaela.
Thank you, Devin.
Lindsay certified her vote for Jennifer.
Oh my God, 1 vote.
4 votes Jennifer, 4 votes Michaela. It comes down to JG. The winner of the President House of Cards congratulations to Michaela. Congratulations, you are the president of this org. Michaela, you have done it. You are the president of this org.
Congrats, Jennifer. Oh, that was crazy close.
You did incredible. I'm so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you too. I loved how you fought. Like, your speeches were incredible.
Oh my goodness. And let's also mention, congratulations, Jennifer. You are our vice president of this org as well. Congratulations to both of you. Let me just say this, Jennifer, I'll turn to you really quickly. Second game in one of the most difficult Big Brother games that you can ever play. You've just proven that it can be done. Well done to you. Congratulations, Jennifer, for vice president.
Thank you.
Michaela, I got to go to you. President, 8th president, Michaela of this org. How do you feel?
Oh my God. Like, amazing. I'm like emotional. Just because honestly, this is like the hardest game I've ever played. This might be what sends me into temporary org retirement. Just like, honestly, day-to-day stress. I think also just the people, seriously, like even people who feel like they didn't really get to know me a ton. I feel like I just care a lot about people deeply, and that's what made this game like the hardest one I've ever played. Is I really felt like I did grow to care a lot about so many people here, and it made making decisions in the game a lot harder. So I had an incredible time.
Well, let me just say to both of you, there's so much love for both of you. There's so much love in this community, just for all of you. I will just say, just enjoy the moment. You both absolutely deserve being in those spots. You represent House of Cards so well. Congratulations. Love you both. Well done. Well done.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The party is not done yet. Electoral College pre-jury, watch for a Zoom link. We are going to have a special reunion. We got some awards, we got some memes, we got some all sorts of fun stuff to talk about. Viewers, thank you for tuning in. Production, thank you. Thank you, everybody. And I will say this, set your calendars, winter 2026, where we will do it all again. Buy President shirt merch, tpublic.com/president.org. But in the meantime, love you all. Great season. So this is Eric and the President News Team signing off.